Things are weird. I usually would start my set by asking you guys how you're doing. I don't think I need to. You know? Screaming pit of despair and me sees the one in you. So that's all right. We gotta cope. We're gonna do it. We're gonna cope together. I've been getting up to some weird hijinks to try to cope. Sneak in some Anglo-Saxon vernacular. When you turn 30, as I did a number of years ago, whatever, it's not your business. When you turn 30 and you decide that you're not gonna have children, they make you pick a hobby. So I picked bird watching. Anybody else? I picked bird watching because I wanted to find some tranquility in my old age. I've been a pretty high-strung little fella, if you can't tell, my whole life. So I got the bird feeder, I got the bird seed. It's clear to everyone in the operation who this is for, right? The birds. I'm ready to find peace. Come out in the morning in my robe and I see a squirrel at that feeder every single morning, a squirrel. Slapping my bird feeder, throwing the seeds every which way, scaring away the cuties. I wanted to be a peaceful person that finally found their center, and now I feel like Clint Eastwood. Having beef with a rodent, you know? Shaking my fist, get off my lawn! Like how he does with those teenagers of color. And all those movies. So yeah, the bird watching did not help me find peace. I started reading a book about meditating written by a Buddhist monk. That was my next step. I feel a little guilty about it though because I'm reading it on an Amazon Kindle device. Just feel like if I had integrity, I'd be reading it from his scrolls directly. But alas. I don't know, I really want to be a good person, despite the fact that I'm wearing this sweater and went to this university. I really want to be a good person. It's just hard because I was born wrong, and I mean literally. I was one of these vacuum babies. You guys ever been or known a vacuum baby? Basically, I got stuck in the birth canal, and I had to be vacuumed out. And I know what you're thinking. Did the vacuum dent the back of my head? Make it all weird and flat, turning my brain evil? To that I say, $5 at the door. You can actually touch the back of my head. See for yourself, it's actually my merch. So yeah, I was not even born, just soft like an artifact. Removed via Hoover, and I was born in Albania. Anyone been? Anyone familiar? Tough place to be from. Big henchman energy. Our people. So that was tough. My parents moved us from Albania to Albany, New York. For the bit, I guess. What is there to share about Albany, New York? The most fun fact I can think of, it's home to the largest Walmart supercenter in the continental US. Can we just... airport-sized Walmart. Not good. My brother and I, we tried a bunch of things to cope living in Albany. I don't remember a lot about my childhood, but he does, so sometimes he'll regale me with stories. Apparently we did Taekwondo for a number of years. Martial arts. Our assistant instructor was a man who my brother describes as round but agile. Flexible, like a white kung fu panda. One day this gentleman got so excited, sparring with such vigor, that he ended up pooping himself through his white Taekwondo pants. The way my brother tells it, they freaked out, evacuated us, and called our parents to come pick us up immediately. And I don't believe him. But then I think about it, and that sounds like something Adam Sandler might have written into a movie. And I do feel like Adam Sandler is running this particular simulation. So he's probably right. I have assimilated pretty well into the US. I've assimilated a little too hard. I like to say that I'm in my live, laugh, love era. I'm doing a lot of crazy stuff, like reading tarot cards, burning incense, manifesting. I'm vegan recently, the past couple of years. I'm sorry. Good thing about being vegan, most of the time I'm too weak to get too upset about anything. I have a cat, obviously. She's not a vegan. she's kind of an obligate carnivore. Her favorite thing of everything I feed her is beef pate wet food, which to me is crazy and so unnatural. You know, work with me here, okay? Wait. In what universe would this tiny 9-pound cat be able to take on a cow in open combat? Win. Okay? And then not just eat the cow, but pull out a knife and mince the cow so fine into a pate. It's not happening. I know her. She's not going to develop those kinds of knife skills ever in her life. Love her anyway, though. We do everything together, as you can imagine. You're in your 30s, male, female, whatever, gender identity, the beauty standards of whatever is going on out there in this fake little stratosphere, they start to get in your brain a little bit more easily, which I don't like. They almost got me. The other week, I booked and then panic canceled a Botox appointment. Anyone ever been there? Yeah. I booked it initially because lately I've been waking up and looking in the mirror, and with these little lines here, it's like my dad's face staring right back at me. I told myself I'd do anything to not become like my dad. Despite the fact that I'm here kind of holding you guys hostage. Telling the same jokes and stories over and over again, just trying to get away. When I'm not holding people hostage, I'm a healthcare hero, if you can believe it. Sorry that I left the cape at home. It doesn't really go with any outfits. Being a healthcare hero is kind of fun. You get to be part of the healthcare cinematic universe.